In this video, we'll be utilizing this Xwing Starfighter and this Razor Crest to build an awesome new diorama. So this diorama is going to be more of a dogfight scene where it's the Xwing versus the Razor Crest. But in today's video, it's going to be a little different. I'm going to be doing more of a POV so you guys get a better sense of the process of me building these model kits and dioramas so that you can do these on your own. So with that, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Let's get started. Today, we're going to be using the Xwing Starfighter that I recently purchased at my local hobby shop. This is the T70 series from the Rise of Skywalker, and this is a different version of the regular Xwing. So I thought today would be a cool way to kind of use this Xwing to kind of use with my Mandalorian Razor Crest that I have built already, but I didn't know what to do with it, so we're going to be combining these two to create an awesome diorama of a dogfight scene. To start off, I like to take all the parts from the sprues. So I make sure that all the parts are nub free and also make sure I can clean out all the parts before we start painting. But for those who are beginners into building models, I don't recommend taking all the parts from the sprues because you might lose some pieces and you'll need them to reference with the manual. And also with this kit, it's very simple since it's a Bandai kit. It allows you to snap everything together into pieces without glue and makes it more fun since you don't have to worry about waiting for the glue to dry or messing up because of the glue. So that's why I really enjoy Bandai kits, is because it's really beginner friendly and you're able to make the kit out of with stickers or decals. But for me, I really enjoy building these kits because it saves time and also easy for you guys to get started with. I usually like to test out the kit by doing a mock-up to see if there's any imperfections, or especially for this kit since it has X-foils, to see if they're working, because earlier I was test fitting the pieces and noticed that the X-foils weren't working properly and it was stuck in place, so I had to make sure that the parts were correct because I don't want to risk breaking the parts. While building the X-Wing, I noticed that the kit comes in a army green color, and I was thinking about the story of how this will be where a bounty hunter steals the X-Wing and takes it and customizes it to their own liking. While leaving the planet, the bounty hunter encounters the Mandalorian's Razor Crest and they go into a dogfight battle. So this is the build and story I'm thinking of doing since it's going to be more of a bounty hunter versus bounty hunter. And building model kits allows you to recreate a scene from a movie or even one from your imagination. So that's why today we're going to build one that I think would have been a best storyline if there was a Mandalorian versus a rogue X-Wing. While finishing the mock-up of the X-Wing, I think I messed up again the second time in putting the X-foils, so you can see the X-foils are not opening up. So I had to fix the issue, and once I fixed the issue, I was able to play around with the X-Wing and be able to check out if there were any imperfections on the model. And you can see the model looks super nice and super cool on this display stand. After mocking everything up, I took the pieces apart and put them on alligator clips so I can take it outside and prime them and paint them the white color like we'd said before. But this time I was not able to show you guys the LED process since this is a super small kit and the LEDs were super tiny. But next time in another build, I'll show you guys the process of how I embed these LEDs, so you guys get a better sense of how to build a kit and also add in LEDs to make it look super realistic. With the kit finally finished, I was able to put the last piece onto the kit, which is this back piece. I almost forgot to put it on. So here we're testing out the LEDs and you can see it's more of a blue color rather than the regular pink and red. And another reason is that it's similar to the Millennium Falcon's engine, so I went with that. After testing the LEDs, I applied these small decals that came with the kit, and it makes it super easy to add in details. If you're lazy like me and you don't want to go around painting, then you can utilize the decals that are included onto the kit. I also noticed that I was missing the droid, and it's super cool that you can add it or not add the droid onto the kit, but for this one I added the droid. With the X-Wing completed, I did a mock-up with the Razor Crest I built earlier. If you're interested in the Razor Crest build, I did a different diorama with another Razor Crest going against a F-22 Raptor, and for that build I'll put in the description of the video link so you guys can check that one out. With the models completed, I can do the final inspection of the model and the final mock-up so that I can start building the base for the diorama. For the base of the diorama, I'm using this base that I recently purchased and adding a styrene sheet for the background. I'm also using hot glue gun to hold the styrene sheet up. I know this might look a little weird to put in the hot glue gun, but I think it's the best option to hold things up. and it's a lot easier to manage rather than using different kind of super glues. But for me, I think hot glue gun helps, and in addition to help support it, I'm using this Tamiya cement glue to help hold it up. After the glue dried, I'm able to do a mock-up of the two models that we have, the Xwing and also the Razor Crest. This is the part where I'm trying to figure out the right angle for the two models to look like they're in an actual dogfight with each other. So after that, I was able to figure out the right angle and be able to start priming the base. After the primer on the base dried, I was figuring out what would be the best background for the scene, and I was thinking that the Mandalorian would be coming down from space, going against the Xwing that is going into space, and they're having a dogfight battle. This is my first time using an airbrush to paint a scenic background onto the base, and I was thinking it would be pretty hard to do because I'd never done it before, but if you're new to airbrushing, then I highly recommend just messing around with the airbrush because you're able to figure out how things work on the airbrush, like different settings and features, and then you're able to test out what would be the best approach for your scenic background. But for me, I was able to figure out, I was able to add in the whites for the clouds and also add in the blues for the sky and the water, and then figure out the techniques to make it look super fluffy for the clouds, and also add in the outer space colors, which is black, to blend it in with the sky. Overall, everything turned out pretty cool, and everything looked super realistic, and it looked like space coming into Earth. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the scenic background, because I think it turned out pretty well. Lastly, I went ahead and did the final touches by marking up the final angle for the Razor Crest and the Xwing, and did a final LED test to make sure it works. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's build.